Yeah, my pussy quiver then, fucking hell. Very, very high glycemic, plus it's fructose, not generally glucose. And then you have got honey. Now, honey is another thing. You wouldn't have had a consistent access to it, especially not to provide 3,000 calories a day to 10 strapping hunter-gatherers and their women and families. It just wouldn't have happened. But it's also protected by bees, and bees, especially African bees, are dangerous. Fuck you up.
Yo, surprise, motherfuckers. I'm gonna have to put my seatbelt on because I'm one of them sick guys that drives with it beeping. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. So it's currently 5:30 on my way to work. This is the first day of the vlog. I said I'd do it for a week. I'm gonna do it just to see what it's like. Chatting shit. My actual big camera, my nice and fancy ZV-10, it can't record in this low light, unfortunately. So I'm back to the phone. But yeah, I've got, I think, a 7 till 8, 8 till 9, 9 till 10, 10 till 11, 11 till 12, 12 till 1, back to back today, this morning. And then I've got about a 2 hour gap, 2.5 hour gap. 1, 2, 3, yeah, about 2 hour gap, and then 3 till 4, 4 till 5, 5 till 6, and then a 6 till 7 class to teach. So it's going to be, what, 8 o'clock by the time I get home today. Yeah, this is a morning update. I will think of a common theme to keep coming back to you, and I don't know what it's going to be yet. You'll get what I mean. Also, I have 2 apprentices, so, well, pretty much 2. I kind of adopted one. My young lad Declan, he brings his missus to work with him on pretty much every day now, so you'll probably see them.
Well, that was long. Hold on. Yeah, we are connected for sound. So that's what 6 clients back to back. Monday is always my longest day, but now we're gonna go in the gym and have a little tickle. I think a little bit of chest, pump on chest. I think nice and light, a good half an hour, and then we're gonna come back up and I'll see you at the desk. But before that, we'll see you in the gym because you come with me. But beforehand, we need to make a coffee because I always train at the moment relatively fasted. I'm not going to lie. I have had a bacon sandwich. Not conducive towards Sapienism nutritional goals is what I'm building towards. But hold on, let me Sam Sulek this. That'll do. Oh, you're like a dickhead, bruv. Wow, that's not ideal, but it'll do. Plus, it keeps me away from the heavy breathing, because I've noticed when I train and I put it here, you can hear me breathe too much, which I'm not fond of. But espresso. There's half a one that my wife has left there. So yeah, I always start off with clients in the morning, first thing. And then I've started basically just, no matter what, no matter how I feel, no matter what day it is, taking all the coffee, just doing half an hour, which is the discipline. So yeah, I just smash half an hour out in gym. That's a fucking shit shot, man. Fuck me. And then we're back on the grind. Back on the grind. So yeah, half an hour pump, get fluffy, eat some food, and then back to work basically. So I'm going to be working on some bits. I don't know what I'm going to do it later on. I'll probably have a video for you at the desk. This is rank as well. Raw dog espresso in there. Should cool it down. Right, come on, let's show you, Jim. So yeah, clients I've had this morning. One of them I've had for, 7, 8 years. Don't have a tripod as well. And then another 2, the 2 hours after that, I've had for probably 5, 6 years. And then the guy who ripped himself off in the car crash has been in today. Move, belt. And then my handstand guy. I'm struggling to say no names because normally I call him by name. Anyway, I'll show you the gym now. So, I specialise in calisthenics. The gym is a calisthenics gym. And yeah, I'll show it to you. Look at my nice posters as well. See, I work with fascia as well a lot in my performance coaching and rehab. It does absolute bits, but just fascia. So we've got custom built calisthenics rig. Let me just sort out that ISO. So we've got custom built cali rig by yours truly. And then obviously there is my posters, the fascial stuff. We've got benches, my dumbbells go up to 35 kilo dumbbells. I've got about 750 kilos in plates for this power rack, and then this half rack is my Olympic lifting. I've got all of the bumpers for Olympic lifting. Is that in? It's in wide. Sister pull-up machine, my cable machine, one rope there, another rope there, another rope there. My gymnast rings there, aerial hoop, and then I've also got silks. I used to teach silks a lot. So we did do a lot of silks. And then in here, it's currently still under construction. It's been for a while actually. It's one of them jobs that I've been meaning to do and not done. You can't see in there. I've got, you can't even see fucking ISO again, man. Just jack this up. And this is the highest the ISO goes. You can't really see, but yeah, I've got a full pole studio, 5 poles, and you can see the poles are the polaways that go on the roof. So my wife teaches all the pole stuff, and we've got hoops in here as well. Let me put that down because I don't want my ISO getting messed up like that. So yeah, that's it. So quick pump on chest and then back to work. Right, so when I do a bit of chest, I start off with a little bit of upregulation. Basically, the whole purpose behind this is to just light your chest fibers up with a nice, decent weight, nice tight squeeze, just to get it pumped and fluffy and get everything just working, ready to go for the big bench press or the big dumbbell press or something like that heavy. So I'm going to start here like this. Open, good stretch, twist, pinkies up, squeeze. 1, 2. Actively try. I really drive my elbows together. Squeeze. There we go. Get warmed up on there. Normally I throw a little bit of something in between lateral raises. Something that's not going to interfere with my chest. Like my triceps are pretty sore from training on Saturday, so I think push work might be out of the question. So I might just stay on heavy flies and just do flies. Next, if I'm going to be staying on this, and start going up. About 25 aside on here now. The only issue is it starts to get a problem when it starts to weigh more than me and starts pulling me back. Ooh, dirty. Start adopting a bit of Mike Mentor's philosophy on training at the moment because I'm short on time, which is just higher intensity sets. Go hard or go home. Depending on my amount of time that I've got, I'll flip between longer sessions with more reasonable volume and intensity, or I'm short on time. Big squeeze, heavier weights, and just do bits. Right, let's jack this up to 30 aside. This is where it starts to really start pulling it back. Getting warm though now, so. Let's put a little curl in here as well. Like that. Right. Go for 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I had a few more left in there, but that's fucking hurting. See what kind of pump we get next. Might do one more of them. Be 4 sets on incline, 4 sets on flat, so 8 sets on chest. 4 sets of dips, we've got 12 sets. As on train just twice a week, 12 sets, 24 sets a week. So there's your volume. Right, chest has cooled down. Still fluffy though. We're gonna struggle for this next set, like. Oh, we'll see. Still 30 aside. With the squeeze. Oh, as dirty as that. Next, we're gonna just do some incline. Hold on. So for incline chest, there we've hit the middle part of the fibers, all down there, yeah? Now we're gonna put his arms out at a 45 to roughly line up the incline muscle fibers with where they insert onto the arm bone and basically come up from there in to try to get that shape there, coming all the way down there on the collarbone. So we'll see for that, though these need to go to the bottom. Probably fucking half the weight, 15 each side. See, the good thing I like about doing flies is the fly action uses your chest along with your bicep, whereas pushing actions, dumbbell press, bench press, uses your chest along with the triceps. So triceps are battered, I can just stay on flies, still get a good workout of my chest without dealing with a pre-fatigue that's going to be dealt by the tricep having an issue. From there, up and squeeze on the angle, and I'm twisting, same again, pinkies in, elbows as close together as possible, getting that good contraction on chest, coming down, loading, lengthening it all, tight, 2, 3. And start getting nice pump on upper chest now then. Yes. Pretty good. Squeeze. Open, stretch, up, squeeze. The thing is, you see, you don't have to use heavy weights. If you are actively contracting the muscle tissue along with the weight, I've lost count now though. Let's go till it hurts like fuck. Oh, you dirty bitch. Oh. See, if I'm actually actively doing that now with no weight on me, right? I can get it to pump and squeeze. Because at the end of the day, hypertrophy is only about mechanical tension as well as metabolic byproducts. So if you're tensing the muscle as hard as you can, you're putting tension in it. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll grow as much as using weights, but stimulating the muscle growth with a weight and and like an active contraction on top of it. It's just a dirty pump. Dirty pump. Anyway, laterals. The same as this here now, yeah, so 10 kilo dumbbells, or 10s. I'm gonna pick the elbow up and lead with my elbow and leave my wrist relaxed whilst pushing my bum backwards a little bit and lowering down through shoulders, eccentrically loading them shoulders. But if you start to lift your wrists higher than your elbows, then you start taking the shoulder into external rotation and you'll recruit more of the front delt rather than the medial delt. I mean, now you can see them pumping and swelling, look, that's what you want. Whoop. It's a dirty burn as well. It's a fucking... Oh! Give me pussy quiver then, fucking hell. I'll have another one of these. Switch more weight on. 17 side. You see, and it's about the quality of the rep, not just smashing it out. Look. Squeeze. These dumbbells in. Normally I mainly hit my shoulders. Just in between sets, I don't really have like a shoulder day. Wow. 14. Oh. Oh. Disgusting. Triceps. Whoa. Oh, I'm starting to feel a bit too fucking... So another thing as well, you see, when there's things floating around like niggles and illnesses and shit, normally I just tank it, but when I'm training like this and I'm like, I don't know, 8 sets in, and I start feeling myself go downhill a little bit, I know something's in the background trying to get me, so I'll cut the session short. Well, to be fair, it's only a short session, so I'll have another set of incline flies, another set of shoulders. I mean, this, I ain't trained properly in months, and this is only half of my final form. So I still maintain a goodish physique, even when I don't really train. Right, let's get this fucking set sent, man. You can see my incline chest kicking up as I pull, watch. There, look. 12. Whew. See, I'm getting sweaty. I do not sweat normally. I'm not well, can tell. There's centre. They're going. This is where I'll start popping up and slowing it down. Eccentric loading it. Oh, motherfucker. Oh. Also, controversially, I don't stretch or cool down after workouts. I'll explain that later. I'm not saying you do it, I'm just saying I don't do it. It's got a reason. Well, fucking shoulders. That's that. Go back upstairs, see what food we've got, and then we'll take it from there. Yo! I've got a parcel. Where's it gone? It's here. And it's for this camera to make my life marginally easier. This will be a theme if I do end up doing vlogs more long term, right? This will be a theme. Amazon deliveries. Tank it. Hold on. There we go. So, yes. The idea is it's a slight inconvenience undoing a small knob on the back of there to take the camera off there and put it onto another tripod. So, where's my other tripod? Where? Ah, thank you, bro. So this is like a fast deploy, right? So underneath this camera is basically a rail that slides in there like that. Yeah, like this, the shape underneath there. So that slides on. And then that dials on, right? But this is an Arca Swiss plate. So basically the idea is that stays on there like that. And when I want to change cameras then, it basically just is fastened to the bottom. Where's my other phone? That basically screws on there like that. And it's basically, it removes a couple of seconds from the ball ache of switching fucking things around. It just does that. So I can da-da-da-da-da-da, change camera, boom, another one on, and then ha-da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, these are really good. I'm gonna get a few, because this tripod needs one. I do have another one. There. So now I have got two, about 27 quid each, but I can just move them around. So yeah, the idea is now I can quickly just mount you there like that, bam, and then when I want to change to walk you about, it's quickly like unlock and then on there, and then wham bam thank you ma'am, and then you can come sit at the desk with me. You can go on this tripod, do what I need to do, because like I say, I've been banging on about this for a while now. It's all about, hold on, that needs to go like that though. There you go, get the right framing. It's all about eliminating friction. That's one of the most important things. So it's easy through my day-to-day life. I'm going to buy another one and I'm going to stick it on top of the camera. So, and then I'm going to buy a suction cup for my my van to go in there. So basically, if I'm going, because I have a lot of thoughts in the van. When you're driving around, just, you know, thinking to yourself, I have a lot of shit that I want to say. So I'm going to get the camera and put one on top of the camera so I can just lock it on there. It'll be framed, something like that. Like the big sexy bastard Sam Sullock does. But you know that guy is ghetto as fuck. He's actually got a tripod. Because I was Googling what Sam Sullock uses for all of his camera equipment. Because he does well with his camera. And moving around a big DSLR, yeah, with you like he does is impressive, right? Very impressive. But yeah, he just puts his fucking tripod in the footwell of his car and it's just, how does it stay so still? Because there's a video of him, a short, where he says that he's jerry-rigged some bungee cords to his tripod because it fell over. Do you know how expensive his camera is? His camera is $3,000 just for the body. Then he's got a $2,000 lens on it and it just fell over in his car. Mental. Anyway, back to work. And this is post-workout meal. 60 grams of carbohydrate. You ever seen anybody fry mashed tatties, man? Yeah. 60 grams of carbohydrate in mash and 4 pieces of mackerel. I don't know what it equates to. They're done. All of it fucking side, man. What we got in mackerel, protein 21 grams per 100, and there is 42 grams of protein in mackerel. The first time it's come into use. It goes about there. So today, I promised you an overarching story or an overarching theme of what we're going to be talking about today. Normally we sit there like that. And whilst I'm sat eating my food, we may as well talk about nutrition, my segue, right? I believe the best way for a human being to feed himself is the way that we evolved. That is the crux of Sapienism and its nutritional philosophy. Now, I stay lean all year round, sub 10% body fat more than likely, because I just maintain a low carbohydrate diet. Now, I know carbohydrates are the means to an end all in all, but if there is any of the macronutrients that are not designed to be in abundance in the human diet from an ancestral standpoint, it is carbohydrates. Do you know why? Because hunter-gatherers did not go around picking tiny seeds of grass to grind them into 100 grams of flour to feed their entire tribe of people. No, we was hyper-carnivorous. We went for large game and we ate a lot of meat, even to a point where something like 60 to 80% of a human being's total calorie intake would have pretty much been from meat and fat. That aside, then as a trained forager, there is no natural carbohydrates really in nature in abundance. You've got certain roots and shit like that from plants that you can eat, right? But they are straggly and full of fiber with very little starch in. We have selectively bred and genetically modified all of the carbohydrates like potatoes, rices, corn, stuff like that to contain more starch and less fiber because it's what we like. Now, if the human body spent millions of years evolving a certain way, it's developed the mechanisms to process these foods that we've been eating over millions of years for a certain reason and has got certain mechanisms to deal with them. That, though, seems to show itself in diabetes because when you give the human body significant amounts of carbohydrates, what happens? You get the BTs. It's not ideal because once you get the BTs, it's not good for you. I mean, everything goes to shit. Now, I've had a few clients that were pre-diabetic. I mean, a fair few. And pre-diabetes can be reversed. I've done it many, many times. But full-blown diabetes, no. Not yet. So segueing back onto the original human diet, it would have been, because this is what I can forage outside, right, and hunt. Plenty of leafy greens, because I would have eaten plants, definitely. Mushrooms, within reason. The stoned ape hypothesis, I could do a whole video on as well, which is very interesting. Go look that up. How mushrooms is hypothesized to give humans consciousness in general. Nuts would have been stored and kept, but same again, are seasonal. But same again, you start going around looking for carbohydrates in nature. Really, outside of the starchy roots, there's only two. You've got fruit, which is definitely seasonal, yeah, and is mixed in with a load of fiber. It's not processed down to a point where it's very, very high glycemic, plus it's fructose, not generally glucose. And then you have got honey. Now, honey is another thing. You wouldn't have had a consistent access to it, especially not to provide 3,000 calories a day to 10 strapping hunter-gatherers and their women and families. It wouldn't have happened. But it's also protected by bees, and bees, especially African bees, are dangerous. Fuck you up. Yes, there are people in the jungle that go and tie little white things onto bees and let it fly away and take it back to their hive and then climb the trees and saw it off, but they ain't feeding themselves on that. Consistent food for human beings across evolution, yeah, is meat, right? That's also why ruminant meats, the red meats, are one of the most bioavailable and biocompatible foods with human beings. Which is why the carnivore diet, believe it or not, has had such success, anecdotally and from the research that we're currently studying, with autoimmune conditions, because it's the most compatible food that we've seen so far with humans. Whereas plants like in the nightshade family, like tomatoes, stuff like that, some people's bodies don't like, cause low level inflammation. Because the thing is, if an animal sees you, its defense against you is either attacking you or running away, right? Plants, on the other hand, their defense is basically can't run away. So poison. And I know a lot about poisonous plants. Sneaky fuckers. So they've got compounds in the tissues that when animals eat them, make the animal feel like shit. Don't want to eat it again. But meat, on the other hand, regardless of what the nutritional science says about meat, because it's been wrong for what? First of all, they said all fat is bad for you, and then it was just, oh no, it's just saturated fat because of cholesterol, and all cholesterol, high cholesterol is bad. And then they were like, well, actually, no, it's just LDL. HDL is good for you, LDL is bad for you. And then they were like, actually, no, HDL is good for you, LDL is neutral, it's VLDL that's bad for you. So stop eating your saturated fat, which you've existed on for millennia, and eat this refined margarine that's chemically closest to plastic than anything else. And a cow's got 4 stomachs and can't digest margarine. You give animals margarine in nature, they just don't eat it. Famous experiment with the ants, put margarine and butter. The ants went for the margarine. It's just not. So believe it or not, nutritional science, unfortunately, no matter what they say, I don't trust, because there's large amounts of money that come from lobbying to push people into turning or push people into prioritizing a food group that costs them 4 to 5 pence to make, yeah, like grain, for example, that turns it into a 4 quid box of cereal. Very large profit margins. So the governments, the Eat Well Play and the nutritional science has been heavily lobbied by big companies like Coca-Cola and the grain industry and the sugar industry and God knows what else, to tell us and to push us to consuming 65% of our calorie intake from carbohydrates rather than meat, for example. And this is completely backwards to the way that we evolved. Because when you study contemporary hunter-gatherer tribes, which is the closest thing that we've got to our original state as humans, they consume 65 to 70 to 80% of their, depending what tribe you go to, of their calorie intake from, this has been going long enough, meat and protein. So this is the segue today. Nutrition. Basically, eat like a caveman. Can't go far wrong. Single ingredient foods. Eat like a caveman. Most of the time. Out of 10 meals, 8 of them within the dietary guidelines of eat like a caveman. Very simple. 2 of them, eat what the fuck you want. 80-20 rule. Works in marketing, works everywhere else. You know, enjoy your life. You want a pizza, a kebab, some donuts. Crack on, sir. Well, that is it. It is now 7:15. The class is just about finishing up down there with the boys. Today's class was handstands, planche training and push training. I need to get in the light. And yeah, this is generally my day to day. 5 days a week, Monday through to Friday. Saturday is a little bit different. I finish at 4 and then Sunday I come in and do social media stuff. So to be fair with you, first day vlogging, well, kind of vlogging, hybrid vlogging, journaling, whatever you want to call it, not too bad. I think it's gone quite well, to be fair with you. I've just edited the video. It's pretty long. I don't know if many people are going to watch it, but we'll see. And yeah, that closes this one up for today. Yeah, I suppose I'll see you in the morning.